I hope somebody is listening. This is a distress call from university. It seems I can't talk about Solus and I's plans as much as I would want to, old sport. I've had a stern talking to by Solus twice now, even though both times I didn't even say much about our plans at all because they would interrupt me before I even got that far. I guess I'll see how much I can say before Solus interrupts me. You might remember I talked, on a previous call, of Solus and I's thought of digging around the locations of each of the previous sinkholes. But let me be clear before I get your hopes up. We still do not know what the change is, other than the fact that we know it has occurred. We know that something is different, some sense, some vibe, something. We just can't put our fingers on it. Despite our confusion, we both first considered the sinkholes. We knew they were covered up too quickly. It was hard not to be suspicious. So we dug. Sinkhole locations A through E. Every single one. And consistently we found nothing. Well, almost nothing. The sinkholes, unlike what we expected, weren't just sitting underneath the city surface. Instead, they were much further down and smaller. It took us a while before we reached the pits that were once the sinkholes covering the city's streets. We believe they have been mending themselves in one way or another. Unless, I suppose, someone is down there, often fixing the sinkholes and filling them up themselves, single-handedly. But the thing is, we had to dig far to get to them. The sinkholes aren't being mended as you would expect them to. If you were to refill a hole, well, it would build up from the bottom until it's level with the top. That's common sense. But the sinkholes, it's like they've been mended from the top down. Now all that remains of them are much smaller pits much further down below the city's surface. Someone capable of doing such a thing, well, I don't know who could be. Not only is this completely impossible, unless perhaps they had some sort of supernatural power. I suppose something such as that is possible in the city. But, worst of all, if we are dealing with such a power, well, me and Solus, we've ruined their work. Their project. If there's anything we do know, it's that we are their project now. That is all for your university update, old sport. However, as for your Radio and Solus update, well, we're not dead. But, of course, you know that. Living is certainly nothing else but a win for us at this rate, even if it is in the city. We must admit, however, that we're living in fear, if anything. It is horrifying being in the city in the first place, old sport, trust me. But walking around this place with the belief that there is some kind of strong, powerful, magical being out to get you by watching your every move. You can't blame us for being a little on edge, if you will. Solus especially has been... Is anyone going to stop me from saying this? No letters, no paper underneath the door. And that, old sport, shows you just how frightened we have been to step outside even just for a second. I'm not scared. Hi, Solus. So nice of you to join my call. Solus? Have you found any new information? Hello? Clearly that was all they wanted to say. Anyways, old sport, we are putting our best efforts into this investigation. It's just that we can't exactly investigate outside anymore, which is the only place you can feel the change. It's alright. We're not planning on slowing down anytime soon. We just have to find out how to conduct our research in a completely different way. It's no problem. At the end of February, I will wait for your departure from me once again. I see you now, standing at the door. Your eyes are tired. Your hands are already red. I swear I see you look back. Maybe even just for a second, before you take a step outside. I haven't seen you since then. Perhaps I never saw you, ever. Not truly. February, in the grand scheme of the universe, is always the shortest month. Even when we are blessed with an extra day, it runs shorter than the rest. It runs shorter than it ever should do. Yet, it feels that I've been waiting for you for the longest time.